We have lost objective Freddy.
Hey, Martin Robinson, how you doing?
I'm not so bad.
He's not so bad. I'm okay as well. Thanks for asking.
I didn't ask.
No, you didn't. You're so...
Sorry, it's so selfish.
Right, well, we know who cares about who in this relationship. Anyway, Battlefield 1, we've both played it, Martin. And I was quite surprised by the fact that a World War game without all these modern weapons and these jetpacks and stuff was actually really exciting and cool. I think a lot of people were a bit worried going backwards might be a bit boring, but it wasn't, I didn't think.
Yeah, it feels familiar in a weird way. Like it doesn't feel too much different from Battlefield's gone by, I don't think. And so obviously it's gone back to older tech, and it's quite a sharp move back from Battlefield 4, which was future stroke modern, modern stroke future even, because it did kind of delve to it got a bit more sci-fi as kind of the expansions went on.
Yeah.
But this feels like not so much. Obviously, it's gone back to World War One, which is almost kind of uncharted territory for shooting games like this. But it just feels like Battlefield 1942, which was not the 1942nd Battlefield game, but the first one. So it feels Battlefield 1 feels just like the first Battlefield game.
Yeah, I really liked it actually. I thought that the low tech stuff kind of made everything feel a lot more visceral, a lot more like I was in danger. I didn't have all these crazy weapons to call on. It felt like playing the old school World War II shooters. But,
yeah, totally. It kind of humanises it a bit more as well, I think. You feel you feel more vulnerable in it, and it slows the pace down a lot, which I think is really good. As like most multiplayer shooters are so frenetic these days, and there's an appetite for having really fast-paced, frenetic multiplayer, which is really cool. And when it reaches its logical conclusion with stuff like Titanfall or stuff even like, I know people don't love it so much, but stuff like Doom's multiplayer, that's brilliant, and I love that kind of thing. But it's nice to have something which is a little bit slower, a little bit more considered, and it just feels, I wouldn't say refreshing as such because it is very familiar. Yeah. But it's nice to have something with a very different pace to it. Yeah,
and even though it did feel a lot slower, that didn't stop me from dying a hell of a lot on the Conquest mode, because that's what we played. We played Conquest, and it's a very, very large map. Which
so I thought the map, maybe because I'm coming from Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
I thought the map seemed small compared to Battlefield 4, which I played quite a lot of.
Yeah.
It didn't feel. Some of the Battlefield 4 maps are like huge, to the point where if you're walking around on foot in them, it takes minutes to just reach the point you need to get to if you're going to go on foot. Which I think a lot of people didn't like so much. I love that. I love having that huge open big space and just seeing this fight, which is like 5 minutes run away. And then you've got to get in a vehicle to it, or you can run if you want to take the slow to basically try and very quietly go in there and try and snipe a few people and take the stealthy approach. That didn't feel like it's such a big part of this. It felt like a much more dense Battlefield than the one we've seen already. But I think that worked as well because there's obviously an emphasis on infantry in what we played.
Yeah. I haven't played Battlefield 4 for a long time, a year or so now, I think. So perhaps I forget the size of the maps. It felt huge to me, especially when I was perched on top of the Zeppelin, looking down on the battlefield and seeing all the little scuffles going on.
Actually, you just revealed that you was on the losing side then in that case, if you was on a Zeppelin.
Oh, really? Well, yeah, I was on the losing side, yeah.
It's a weird panic. So you get these big Zeppelins that turn up towards the end of a match, but they only turn up for the losing side.
Right, okay.
I think it's a bit weird. Because it's like kind of addresses balance, and then kind of if a team's losing loads, it means they can get back into the fight. Yeah. And on the flip side, it's really good fun to go and jump in an airplane and then rip the crap out of this Zeppelin and bring it tumbling down to earth, which happens dynamically. That's really cool. But yeah, only the losing side get it, and so of course I never saw it. I never got to go to Zeppelin. Yeah, really good at games.
I saw it.
Business at games, but I think I was lucky that I got a good team. So I never actually got to go in the Zeppelin, but I did get to shoot it down a couple of times.
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't. I got to stand on top of the Zeppelin a couple of times. I got to fly a plane, which I was terrible at, like I always am in Battlefield games. I did have a lot of fun at one point. I just stuck in an armoured car and was ferrying people from capture point to capture point, from Apples to Butters to Edward.
I love that.
All those.
I love how they've renamed the capture points as like super like.
We're losing Butters.
What I thought really was really interesting, and I think the maps were, to me, they felt like a little bit smaller than Battlefield 4, but they were much more condensed and loads more stuff happened in them. And so the level destruction that has been a big part of Battlefield for a while, and was probably at its best in Bad Company 2, I think. Yeah. And now that's kind of come back to the fore, and there's no more. I don't want to say the name, but basically there was a name that they had for things that happened in Battlefield 4 maps, and you had these big moments that happened where basically like a big bit of destruction would happen. I'm not going to say the name because it makes me do a bit sick in my mouth. Yeah, so instead of those moments now, that just happens organically a lot, and so you get those things, like I said, where the blimp will just come down. When the blimp comes down, it can take out like an entire town, and that happens dynamically.
Right.
And houses just get wrecked, and basically through the course of the map on the one we was playing in, it's when you get there, it's almost kind of untouched, it's unblemished, and like the war's just basically moved into it. And so there's these really cute, picturesque little French towns you're going through, and they look gorgeous. They're really well detailed. You can slam through doors. There's this really cool new door opening animation where you can just like barge through. That's all really cool, but then it just gets shot to bits, and the whole town comes crumbling. The whole town comes crumbling down. Yeah. And by the end of the match, like after just 15 minutes of playing, you just look around you and it's just rubble everywhere, and that's kind of scary. I was going to say kind of cool, but it's also kind of grim. But yeah, it's this quite epic effect basically, where the map totally evolves as you're playing, and it's not like that that single one change big definitive moment that Battlefield 4 had. That happens all the time. Like just like pieces of cover will just go completely. You could be using like a house or like a little cafe as a base and using it as a place to hide, but that can be brought down to its foundations, which is just awesome.
Fair play. I mean, yeah, it does definitely, from the hands-on I've had, sounds and looks like they are taking all the cues from the older Battlefield games and putting polish on to Battlefield games of old, rather than trying to reinvigorate the series more by doing the Call of Duty thing and sending everyone off into space.
Yeah, it feels just like Battlefield 1942, which I think is a good thing. Battlefield 1942, obviously I was going to say it's a lot of people's introduction to the series, but that's really dim because it was the first game. But I think a lot of people, as I played Battlefield 1943, which was on 360 and PS3, and that was a big favourite of mine. And this feels like that, a bit more of the depth that you'd get from a mainline Battlefield game from the most recent ones, but it's also been stripped back a little bit. Don't think it's going to surprise anyone, particularly this new Battlefield. It is just another Battlefield game, and it's not doing anything like new and exciting, but it's slowed it down, which I think is going to a lot of people are going to enjoy. It's got the World War I setting, which works really well, and it just does a lot of things right. And it is another Battlefield game, but it's going to look like a very, very good Battlefield game.
Awesome. Well, yeah, thanks for sharing your thoughts on Battlefield 1 with us, Martin. And you guys at home, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to Eurogamer for plenty more video game content, including next week some more Battlefield 1 stuff. Loads of gameplay to show off. Can't talk about it yet. It's all secrets. But it's cool and there's loads of it. But yeah, secrets.
Oh, I'm excited.
you will be. Oh, it's just going to blow your mind.
Can't wait.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.